Alright, you guys know the deal. We'll give it a minute and then start. Are you in this one, Chris? I know you're just waiting for that flare break, right? Alright, tonight, first off, we got ourselves this archive box of Star Trek Beyond. And then behind here is the flare case that we're going to be doing right after. So let's get started. Break sponsored by Blowout Cards. This one will go pretty quickly, since we already know what's in here. The only question is going to be, should we get a good printing plate or not? I didn't get a chance to look. Have you seen, did anybody post anything on breaks for flare? I took a quick look right before I left work. I didn't see anybody post anything on Blowout. Yeah. Okay, so we'll start with, there's our archive exclusive 7-piece relic. And then our checkoff pin. What's going on, EJ? Alright, so we start, this is RC15. I was half tempted to take a spot in the break, because I definitely would like that card. There's a duel number 2. You got kind of high in the draft, didn't you? SR1. Bookends. Oh, that's right. Didn't Jeff get number 1 again? I tell you what, his luck with Star Trek breaks is crazy. DR3. How you doing, Mike? Are you in the flare break later, and you're waiting too? been so long, I don't pay attention anymore to who's in what. SR8. This is DC1. Well, I will tell you that Star Trek Beyond is one of my favorite products. The lineup, you know what? Actually, I am. DJ, hold on 1 second there. This is one of my favorite products. The autograph lineup and some of the scarce things that you can pull out of here. DC3 are awesome. I mean, you're guaranteed a Chris Pine autograph relic in here. You're guaranteed a Zoe Saldana autograph. Plus the archive exclusive 7-piece relic. When Blowout was doing these things on sale for $1,000, I mean, it was just, I mean, this is a little bit more. It was $1,200. SR5. But this at $1,000 is a no-brainer. All right, now EJ. Yes, I plan on cooking out tomorrow. As long as my grill is on its last leg, and I got to check. Either I just ran out of gas the other night because we were cooking on the grill, or it died. DR2. I actually saw something I want to try that I never thought of, and it was somebody, like a burger joint somewhere, when they grind their own meat up, and they actually grind bacon in the meat, and apparently it's supposed to make it extra juicy. So I'll have to give that a shot. SR3. There it goes. SR2. Where were you at? Some sort of a signing, Mike? Or do you have like a cutout? One of those standees? Chris, to answer your question, kind of. I haven't gotten to it yet. DR1. But all the international people that took base spots, they don't want the 1 to 100 spot. They only want the 1 to 150, or whatever version of a base spot they got. So I will have at least 1 to 100. That also makes it easier on me because I'm too lazy to pack it all up. RC14. I think I had 3 different people tell me that they didn't want both sets. They just wanted the one. Here's one of these super thick ones. So this is I can't think of his name, but with the real heavy armor. What do we got here? SR. Is that 8 or 6? That's a 6. With this that like heavy leather armor. And that will not fit in a soft sleeve. Yeah, it's funny, Chris, because a lot of people, they end up just, oh, here's another one. There was a duel also that he was in, so that's probably this one. Yeah. DC4. But I always like to make sure everybody gets their base cards. Because me, since the kind of collector I am, I like the base sets. But the SR7, but it just makes it so much easier on me to not have to sort the base. That's why on some of these, when they get cheap, like when we did the 2 cases of this, we just did the Walking Dead, I don't include the base because the break is so cheap that it saves me the trouble of having to sort it. RC13. And then after 5, 6, 7, 8 years, I've got just boxes upon boxes of base cards, and then I eventually sort them. And EJ, to answer your question, when we did the 2 case break of the regular hobby cases, not the archive boxes, we did pull a variant. I want to say it was Spock, that it had some piping or something in it. DR4, which I think ended up going really high in that case. It was a really cool looking variant. Yeah, I believe you are correct. That wasn't that long ago, that break. You could find it in the archives quick. SR4. Oh, got 2 packs here. Tell you what, I did look at that checklist because when I saw LRV, I think these are all just the quotes. It's not that I'm underwhelmed, but the inscriptions, there's too many of them, and they're the same cards, so they're not anything different. So what I'm afraid of, and also almost every inscription is scarce. DC5. Oh, we got some a seam here on this one. Looks like we actually have a seam on both sides, but this one really is coming out of the card. If you look at the check off, let me let this focus and then I'll go into it. Come on, there it is. So you can see that. And then if you look right on the edge of the window on the other side up against his shoulder there, it looks like we've got seam on both sides. So that's pretty cool. So I'm not going to say I'm underwhelmed, but the autograph list is so small because there's so many different inscriptions and all the inscriptions are scarce that the limited autographs, I think we're going to get the same exact autographs in both cases because these are all quotes. 2 autographs a box, 24 autographs a case. There's 34 autographs, I think, on the checklist, not counting the different variations for inscriptions. And I think 19 of them are limited. And you're guaranteed at least 3 inscriptions per case, and these are quotables. So that would put us at probably getting almost all of those 19 limited autographs in each case. So I think that's going to be our problem. At least that's my take on it. What do you think? Go. Alright, there's our case topper. Hey, it's in a soft sleeve. I thought they don't usually put these in soft sleeves. So that's a nice bonus. Here's our Chris Pine autograph relic. And it looks like there's a scratch on the top loader. And then here's our Justin Lin autograph. Well, I will say that I have never pulled a one of the cuts. Now, Rittenhouse doesn't do a lot of cuts, and I haven't opened up enough of the product. But the one Star Trek set that had the what was it? Telly Savalas. Here's our Zachary Quinto autograph relic. But I mean, that would be really cool. I would have to guess that there's not many of them. I mean, he's listed as scarce, but scarce just means, what is it, less than, oh, let me put this separate, less than 50. Sophia Boutella. How you doing, Russell? And Carl Urban. I don't know if you know if your packs just came from stuff you've gotten over the years, but I know I've done it for one or two other international people. But Rittenhouse is about an hour and a half drive, 2-hour drive from my house. So if you ever end up getting the packs from one of my breaks, I can mail it directly to Rittenhouse for you. We'll start with the wonderful Jimmy Bennett. And Carl Urban number 2. And you can even use the that's just promo. You could even use the mail service to have your stuff sent to you instead of, I'm sure they would, you know, these packs scare me because there's only, you know, like 2 autograph cards in there and nothing else. Like, just afraid I'm going to bend the cards. Nazneen Contractor. And 2 cards here. They're just promos. Yeah, this one's a little bit thicker. You know why? It's probably the poster cards. Yep. Metal poster card. And we got Melissa was it Roxburgh, right? Yeah, Roxburgh. And can't get it apart. There we go. Jason Matthew Smith. I think he's got like 3 autographs in this set. That's a thin one. Thin ones I'm cutting. It's got the metal poster, something heavy that it, you know, doesn't, I don't have to worry about taking a chance on the cards getting messed up. Especially this pack. Still one stuck in here, so I'll get to it. There's Zoe. Here's one of those patch cards. That's why it wasn't coming out. And Jeremy Raymond. Do any of you watch or have seen the show? I don't even know what channel it's on, but it's called Lip Sync Battles, and they have celebrities, which sometimes that's a very loose term. You know, get into a lip sync battle is one of these patches. Here's Fiona Vroom. But if you ever get a chance, and I want to say it's when this movie came out, Jason Matthew Smith, number 2. No, it's called Lip Sync Battles. It's hosted by LL Cool J. And the color commentary is Chrissy Teigen. I'm not sure what Drop the Mic is. But anyway, so I want to say is when this movie came out, they had Zoe Saldana against, on the patch cards, against Zachary Quinto, and it was really funny. Jacob Kogan. No, definitely not that show, and I don't know what it is. We got a dinged corner on this one here. Good thing it's only Fraser Atchison. You're not even gonna be able to see this. Let me go to the autograph, and then I'm gonna try and you can just catch the corner that it's dinged. I could probably take my burnisher and at least just push it back down. Haley Baldwin, I'm going to guess that sounds like something that would be on MTV. But unfortunately, a lot of the celebrities, they're not celebrities. Kind of like how my wife watches Dancing with the Stars, and they're not. Most of them aren't even stars. You don't even know who the hell they are. Come on. Yeah. Another one of these patches. These things are already sleeved, so it's sticking to the wrapper. Kim Cold. And Bruce Greenwood. He doesn't want to focus. Yeah, exactly. Now, when you're on the show and you're famous because you're on another reality show, then you're definitely not famous. Another patch. I don't remember how many there were in this whole set. Noel Clark. That's why when it comes to reality shows, I like boring ones because I know they're real. Fiona Vroom. That's another patch. I forget how many there were in the set. There might have been 10. So I think we still have a couple more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I only got 6 here. This is Melissa Roxburgh, number 2. And Chris Pine. Man, the size of the marker he used to sign these autographs. Looks like the kind of markers we use in my office. Here's metal card number 2. And Justin Lin. Okay, 9 patches. And Sophia Boutella number 2. Here's Sulu. That's the way it should be. Lydia Wilson. That was the thing, you know, I'm not sure who came up with the idea of the star power inserts for Cryptozoic. Jeremy Raymond. And I don't know how many are in the Rick and Morty set, because those are by far the best looking star powers I've ever seen that they've done. But every single star power set that they had put out in the beginning were all 10 cards. Check off. Yeah, the James Bond set was all odd numbers. Zachary Quinto. The I think the Q branch was, well, you know, the Q branch I think was 9 cards, because you got 1 a box and we had 3 extras. Alice Eve. But then the Bond versus Villains I think was 15 cards. Lydia Wilson. Jeremy Raymond. I think that's like his 5th one. And Carl Urban autograph relic. I think Upper Deck and Topps, their problem is that they don't think about it as, I think they think more about sports. I mean, I feel like more non-sport collectors put their stuff in binders, and they like it to be in multiples of 9 so it fits in the pages. Was Q Branch to 10? Because I feel like when I sorted them that I had 3 extras of each one. Joe Taslim. Farhan Tahir. And Sophia Boutella autograph relic. And then to see the World inserts, since we only got, they're every other box, so we only got 6. So I'm not sure how many are even in the set on that one. Doug Young, number 1. Doug Young, number 2. And Uhura for our poster. We were way off for which ones. So all of them are screwed up numbers. Hey Mason, how's it going? Alice Eve autograph relic. Ben Cross. And Lorenzo James Henry. How you doing tonight, Mason? I think you did pretty good in the random on this, so you should be able to get at least one of the things that you need for your set. I don't think we have any big autographs left to get. I think that's we should have about 3 more Jason Matthew Smiths to get, and patch. I ain't gonna bother. Kimberly Arland. Frazier Atchison number 2. Just about done. Probably the best one, and I'll show it because it's right on top, is the dual, the one checkoff. It's got a big seam in it. So that'd probably be our best one that's a variant. I don't think any others were at all. Another patch. Hey look, it's Jason Matthew Smith. I don't think we pulled any of him yet. And here is Ferran Tahir number 2. Actually, EJ brought it up. I don't think we're ever going to get anything as nice as that Spock that we had gotten in the 2-case break. Must be another patch in here. Yep, another patch. We got Jacob Kogan. And Danny Putty. Oh, that finishes that pack. And by the way, Chris, I have a feeling that Blowout's not going to get any more James Bond in at all. When I talked to him the other day, you know, about if they had any more to break, he seemed a little salty about Upper Deck. I have a feeling that they're just holding more and more stuff back for EPAC. I thought that Crawl. I thought we didn't get any of the short prints. Jeremy Fitzgerald in the gold acetates. Joe Taslim. I mean, they're nice looking cards. Scotty. Jimmy Bennett. And Peter Weller. Now, do you think people are going to actually scratch off those cards? Or say scratch them to do the bounty and then resell them? There's our poster. Okay, there we go. Lorenzo James Henry. I mean, I know he's not, you know, like a master actor, but I mean, his autograph is worth very, very little. Jeremy Fitzgerald, it's just downright shocking to me. Okay, last pack. We get to reveal the plates, and then we're done. I'll start its card 36, if that helps. Oh, one last one. McCoy. Danny Putty. I thought I saw SPs, though, actually selling for like $100. Kim Cold. Better get it now, because once whatever the expiration is on the bounty, those golds aren't going to be worth any more than anything else. Alright, so this is card 36. We got ourselves a close-up of Spock, it looks like. Yes, I agree. This is a deep draft. Okay, now for you, Mason. I don't know if I'll get any reflection because of the soft sleeve, but if you look at the checkoff there, there we go. So you can see, and then I think it looks like you just catch the edge of a seam on both ends of the window, but the one side, you know, I guess they pulled the thread out, so that's the one. I don't think anybody else was really a variant. I mean, on the JLo, there's looks like a little smudge of dirt. I guess if you really want to get picky. No, these are all solid. So, oh, I don't know if you can hear that. Nope. Everybody else is pretty much solid, or, you know, what it was supposed to be. Okay, so that's it for this break. Now, just like before, I will scan or take pictures of the archive exclusive stuff, but it's just too much to take. Everybody's already seen it all, so I'm not going to scan or take pictures of everything. The spreadsheet is already up. My draft list is just the last archive box that we opened, so it's in the same order. So however we did it there is how we're going to do it now. And I think that's about it. Everybody go check out the Facebook group, iFish73 Breaks and Mail Service. I'm actually running my first break over there. It's whatever is left from Viceroy Space Series 2. It's so if you collected that set and you were trying to get like one of every artist, there's a couple of artists that didn't make it into the packs because their stuff came back too late. So you get to have a shot at them, plus they, you know, hold back a little bit for replacements and whatnot. And since everything's been sold and opened, they don't need the replacements anymore. So they gave them to me to break. So give that a look. And if you want me to break anything else over on Blowout, shoot me a message. And I'll see you guys in a few minutes. I'm going to just clean this off. And then we got our box of just released Flair. So we'll see how that holds up to the originals from 94 and 95. So, thanks for watching, and see you guys in just a couple minutes.